All right, thank you so much for joining me. I know it might be the same episode. It's probably the same episode. There is a outfit change because what you guys don't know, it is actually the next day. I quickly left. The real life happened, and I left and went and attended to that. And then I decided I should probably something else for YouTube for recording purposes, which I did. And then I started my day, of course, today to do some. I did my dailies, which I very rarely share with you guys because it's repetitive. Oh, something to kill. Guys, I'm trying to talk. And you're gonna see a new icon that you probably haven't seen before. It's this here. It is because I am doing my scrying, and I can walk you through what that is when I get there, but scrying is also fairly repetitive and not overly fun to watch.
Circle around!
Oh my gosh, where are all these bad guys coming from?
I'm taking notes on your progress, just so you're aware. Galvanize.
Anyway, so scrying is a skill set in the game that lets you find treasure, and it's something small that I really like to do. But it's kind of time consuming, and you run all over the map looking for it. And there is the one, I did it this morning, but I can't find it. I can't find out how to get to it is my problem. It's locked, the best I can tell is the pathway is locked behind a gate. Guys, it's locked behind a gate that I think is story locked, so I can't get to it. Which I did that is something that you kind of do run in with the game, that sometimes you can't access some areas until you do the story. So that icon is going to sit there and kind of annoy us for until I get there. Yay! Go us. Oh, here's the prince. No, that's Talia.
I've done all that I can. Tuatha guided your footsteps here at the perfect moment, sister. There is a Shaba work to be done. The Withered Hand has taken over the port. The situation is strange, though, to say the least.
What is the situation?
The Withered Hand launched a surprise attack against Tava's blessing. They killed everyone and everything, even the livestock. The strange thing is, they have not raised the dead.
Why haven't they raised any of the dead?
I do not know, but I fear they planned something terrible. Prince Azah and his men are barricaded in the warehouse at the eastern edge of town. He may have learned more about what these fiends are planning. You should go to him.
Alright, I'll go find him.
I hope the prince has learned more. I believe the Withered Hand has brought one of the Ansei wards here, and that does not bode well. You were at Tuatha's throne, were you not? So, you know that as well as anyone.
Why would the Withered Hand attack this place?
I wish I could tell you. Faherajad's naval shipyards are here, but I cannot imagine why the Withered Hand would care about that. I hear these were sacred grounds back in the days of the Ansei. Perhaps that is what drew the Withered Hand here.
Okay. Well, you rest from your injuries.
Getting old is no picnic, but the alternative is a lot worse.
Strakes and futoks? This is important, so pay attention. You already think you know how to build an caravel. Caravel? But the new king over in Sentinel has ordered the shipyards to build all vessels to consistent standards. He thinks that will make them easier to supply since all the pieces are standardized, and also that will build them faster once we're into a routine. Maybe he's right, I don't know, but I do know that he's the king and we're spending his gold, so we're going to do it his way. There's no change to how we lay the keel. We still scarf together sections of lumber and the longest piece in the middle, with the ends using planks to cut from angled trunks so the curve is built right into the wood. But here's the new thing. The keel, the stem, and the stern posts are all rabbeted to secure the strakes and keep them parallel. And the posts aren't self-timber. They're made of inner and outer pieces to reinforce the curve. We'll still install the central rib first and then the fore and afters, but now we're going to lay battens across the upper, middle, and lower sections to guide the installation of the remaining ribs. Got that? Then we lay on the strakes as usual, starting with the futoks and finish with the inner hull. Get all that done and we'll talk about how we're going to approach the rigging and the outfitting. I have no idea if that's effective method or not, but if there's any science to that, I don't know. Sounded good though. What's up here? What's up here? Nothing. Nothing. Oh, look at that jump. Oh, well, for nothing, because they're empty. We're gonna hear that sound a lot. The people really are, enjoying running these, dolmens, just so you know. If I'm close enough, I'll go to it, and if it's not interrupting something, but for the most part, if I do it at least once, I'm happy. But you've talked about it. It is like what is that phrase? The Pavlov's dog or whatever, where I am trained that the second I hear that sound, I turn to look to see where the closest dolmen is that might be set off. But after I realized the first like 10 times that I went to him that it was it's a constant thing, especially in this area. Why this area? I don't know. I've watched chat talk about it, but apparently it's decent experience, but as others pointed out, it's not that great. There's other ways to level, but maybe it's just something they enjoy. And I too do enjoy a good dolmen run, but I don't know. I don't think I could spend my whole day running dolmens. I would have to do other things, but there's just a group of people, that's all they do is run from one to the other. Where am I running to? This way. This way. And to be honest, it's actually not, it's not beneficial to run to if you're fairly far away from the dolmens, unlike before, because they whip through them really quickly.
Another chance at perfection.
Yeah, I walked right past you. Didn't even see you. Pretty rude of me.
And tranquility. One. I'm not 100% sure how to get there, but
Wasting time is an important part of life.
Wasting time is an important part of life. Ah, that's the first time I've heard that one.
Might be valuable.
I see it.
That could prove useful in our work.
Can't remember her name.
Distasteful.
I can't. This NPC that I'm killing right now said I can't remember her name, but she was pretty though. Wherever we were going with that statement, I don't know.
And this war, it will end.
I'm with you, cohort.
Dumac take you, Covenant filth, you... These damn necromancers and this whole damn desert. If my sword arm weren't broken, I'd skin you like a netch.
I'm actually looking for the designs for this ship.
Of course you are. Those Swits weren't smart enough to get these before they fled, and I knew that. I planned this perfectly. I stole the designs fairly, and by rights, they should be mine.
So you have the ship designs.
I do. And as much as it shames me, I am going to beg you to let me keep them. Where I come from, when you're sent on a mission, you're expected to succeed. The price for failure is unthinkable.
Where do you come from?
Morrowind. I work for House Telvanni. You should know that the Ebonheart Pact is as much my enemy as it is yours.
It's not, though.
You should also know, if I don't return with these ship designs, they won't just kill me. They'll kill my children as well.
Why does House Telvanni want the ship designs?
House Telvanni does a great deal of trade by sea. These designs, the reinforced hulls, would make our ships invincible. I cannot delay here any longer. I beseech you, for my children's sake, let me take the designs.
Give me the designs and you can go.
You're ruthless, you know that? I suspect I might do the same in your boots, though. Take the damn designs. My death and the deaths of my children will be on your hands. Watch your back. We may come and haunt you.
Go on and leave then. But House Telvanni is also known to lie. A lot. I wouldn't be surprised if she doesn't have any children at all.
Get free! Okay.
But as is in the nature of the game, we won't ever find out that information, that part, if she lied or not. But I suspect.
From the side! I heard the commotion out there and somehow knew it was you. It is good, and good to see you, my illustrious friend. Your arrival comes at a fortuitous time, as we are indeed in dire straits, and it will soon get much, much worse.
How will it get any worse?
That fiend Alasan is here. With Uafa dead, he has the withered hand twisted to his own designs. He seeks power. The reason they aren't raising these people, it's because Alasan plans to turn himself into a lich.
Why would Alasan turn himself into a lich?
He corrupted one of the Ansei wards, using it as some sort of necromantic focus to channel energy from the dead. He's performing a ritual in the lighthouse. He says this ritual will transform him into a lich. Will you help me stop him?
Yeah, of course. You know, I'm kind of confused. The armor he's wearing, I don't know if that's a Redguard armor. Yes, just tell me what to do.
I believe we must first destroy the focuses. Alasan's minions have been piling the dead around them so they can channel energy for the ritual. Destroy the focuses, then go to the lighthouse and find a way to disrupt Alasan's ritual.
How did you learn of Alasan's plan to become a lich?
When we arrived, the necromancers had already killed everyone. We cautiously crept closer, and I spotted Alasan. Evil has twisted his features, but I recognized him. We attacked, but you see how that turned out.
You knew Alasan before?
Yes, since we were knee-high to a dune beetle. He and Uafa both. We studied together, but they were sadistic little cretins obsessed with death in all its forms. That was before their father turned. If only we had killed all of them back then.
How have things been in Sentinel?
Not good, I'm afraid. Rumors about someone stealing the Ansei wards run rampant, and every day there are new reports of risen dead. The Crowns and some forebears are calling for my father to step down. There's even talk of rebellion.
Okay, thank you.
It is an honor to meet you. Prince Azar has told me of your deeds in Sentinel, and I know you have General Thoda's respect as well. With you here, I think our chances of surviving this have improved tenfold.
Scholar Zora wants you to send Shiri back to Bergam.
Thank you for bringing me this message, albeit the Scholar's apprentice was lost to me in the fighting. Regrettably, I fear that young Shiri was most likely slain. Of course, until you arrived, I believed we would soon share her fate.
Oh no. Oh no. Sorry. Crazy move when I was just trying to move backwards. They sometimes really like to just throw that bad news at you, like, very quickly. Oh no. Oh no. Dead people. Alright, let's get out of here. That is not a very good barricade, my dudes. Not the flesh flies.
Did you meet the new commander?
You work quickly and efficiently, young one. I appreciate that. Did you recover all the ship designs?
Yes, I have the ship designs right here.
That's a relief. I'm surprised, to be honest with you. I'm almost certain that spies have been watching the town. and I thought for sure they'd pick this moment to swoop in and steal the designs. Did you see any evidence of anything like that?
Yes, there was a spy from Morrowind.
I knew it! I saw a dark elf slinking around the docks all suspicious-like just the other day. If she had made off with these designs, it could have kept us from establishing naval superiority. Good thing you stopped her.
She won't be a problem anymore.
Well, if there's one thing I know, it's that you, my friend, have done your duty here, and then some. You covered the behinds of all the cowards who abandoned the place. The Covenant needs more people like you. I mean that.
Okay. Which direction am I going? This way?
A divergence point! Ha!
That's done. What's next?
We're gonna go over this direction, I think. No, the flash flies. I might have to go look up the lore about them. I'm pretty sure Skyrim taught us that the flesh flies invite other things. Daedra-like things, like, I could be wrong. Oh, well, nothing's protected over here. I'm sure that's not a symbol of anything. Enter the lighthouse. I did not mean to cast, and I'm gonna regret that when we fight the boss in a minute. I had an itchy nose. That's why the spell was going so long. Alright.
Good find, cohort.
Not the poor dead people.
You've come too late! The ritual has begun, and you cannot strike me down! You are the one who killed my brother Uafa, are you not? I will grant that you are likely a formidable foe. But once I become a lich, I will burn you to cinders. There's nothing you can do to stop me now!
How can you be so sure of that?
The ritual has begun, and I am already bound to the Anse ward as it is bound to me! If you strike me down, the blade will be shattered!
That is a risk I'll just have to take.
You broke the Anse ward. You think that will stop me? I am not finished.
After so many centuries, it is a wonder I can still be surprised. I could not abide the necromancer corrupting my ward, but I was powerless to stop him. Your actions have shattered the blade, but you made the right choice. You have my gratitude.
What do we do now?
Shattering the blade was the only way, albeit there were consequences. Necromantic energy was released, causing the dead of Tava's blessing to rise. The necromancer himself is not a lich, but he has become a powerful spirit.
So he's not dead.
No, he cannot be slain now. There is a way, but I am fading. With the ward broken, my strength wanes quickly. I will presently go to the far shores unless you can reforge the blade.
How do I reforge the blade?
We need the gods' favor. For Tava, capture the desert wind. For Morwa, get the milk of a goat. And for Zet, gather the earth from a fallen warrior's grave. With these elements, reforge the blade. Then bring it to the Onse Shrine.
I'll do as you ask and restore your ward.
You are undone by your own heroics, dog. I may not be a lich, but I have an army of undead.
If we must!
Quality material makes for quality goods.
I'm so sorry, Mr. Goat. Oh, I'm just milking it. Okay. I thought I was sacrificing it. And then I was gonna feel really, really bad. How did we capture the desert wind, out of curiosity? I kind of appreciate how in this world they're not, in this land they're not blood fiends or zombies, they're Renatu. Interesting.
You will die. You will die, and then you will join my army.
About that, even if I was to die, I don't have my soul. Well, I technically do now, after the events of Cold Harbor, but not really.
I'm taking notes on your progress, just so you're aware. Galvanizing.
Thanks. Place the goat's milk over the blade. It still absorbs the milk and sprinkle the earth from a fallen warrior's grave over the blade. That burnt milk has got to smell fantastic. Stoke the flames with the desert wind. Stand back. And we're just gonna reach in and take this really hot sword. It's fine. Leave the poor dead horse alone. Goodness.
My affairs long enough. It is time to end this.
Yes, the time has come to end this evil.
What are you doing here? Your ward is broken, Ansei. You are no threat to me.
Now, take the ward and use it to trap Alasan.
What are you doing? No!
I feared that after all these years, my sacrifice would prove to be of no avail, but you performed admirably. We cannot kill that necromancer, but he will trouble us no more.
What happened to Allison?
He became some kind of specter, and he bound himself to my ward, but that allowed me to imprison him within it. He is contained now. The important thing is that the ward is restored and can again protect the Alakir Desert. For that, I thank you.
What about the third ward?
I sense that the third ward is in the greatest peril of all. The sibling of the necromancer who came here is far more skilled in the dark arts, far more dangerous, and far more ambitious.
I killed his brother Uafa at Tuwaka's throne.
The sibling I speak of has not been slain, and has possession of the third Ansei ward, but I cannot sense its location. Despite our victory here, the Alakir Desert is still in danger. Whatever has befallen, you must recover the third ward.
Where should I start the search?
I do not know, but trust your destiny, for it will lead you where you need to be. First, though, you must secure my ward. Find someone you can entrust with its keeping. I sense that we will meet again. May the gods watch over you until then.
Okay.
And that's done. What's next?
Flesh, fly larva? Gross. Gross.
What foulness is afoot now? The dead have risen? I thought Alasan was purposefully not raising them. Were we too late? Has Alasan transformed himself into a lich?
No, he's no longer a threat.
He's not? We should rejoice then and relish the knowledge of his defeat. Without Alasan, the rest of these necromancers do not concern me, not in the least. But what of the Ansei ward? Do you have it?
Yes, but the Ansei asked me to give it to someone I trust.
And you brought it to me. You honor me, hero. I pledge to you for as long as I live it will not fall into evil hands again. Now only the final Ansei ward remains. But with Uafa and Alasan gone, who could have it?
Ansei Maja said that there's another sibling.
Another sibling? But who could that be? Wait, Satura did have another child, a very young daughter. I remember her now, nipping at her brother's heels, but her name escapes me. Still, somehow we must find her.
I think I know where to find the third Ansei ward.
Jerry?
It seems the necromancer Alasan underestimated you. I was hiding outside the lighthouse. After you disrupted the ritual, I went in and found Alasan's notes. I think I know where the Withered Hand has taken the third Ansei ward.
Where have they taken it?
Hunding's Watch. The Withered Hand is seeking out the birthplaces of the Ansei who forged the wards. Just as Alasan did here, they can use these locations to corrupt the wards. The third Ansei, Halela, was born near Hunding's Watch.
Are you sure about this?
I am sure of nothing, but this is my suggestion for where you should begin your search. There is a wise woman in Hunding's Watch, Priestess Sermon. Perhaps she can give you more insight.
Okay, I'll speak with the Priestess Serminen then.
Since both Alasan and Uafa have been dealt with, the Withered Hand may be considerably weakened. Perhaps the third Ansei ward is closer at hand than you realize. If the gods are with you, I believe you will recover it quickly.
Have you spoken with Captain Rowan?
Yes, and he passed along your message. Though I'd much prefer to stay here, I will return to Master Zorre in Bergama shortly. I only wanted to share what I discovered with you and Prince Azah first.
I always find the shoulder pads very distracting and immersion breaking because it's just like it's floating, right? Like it's just floating there. Anyway, what else do you know about the third ward?
I could spend hours telling you about the role the third ward has played in history, but I would only put you to sleep. All you need to know is that the Withered Hand has it, and Hunding's Watch is the best place to start your search.
You really think the Withered Hand is weakened?
Don't you? You foiled their plans here and at Tuwaka's throne. You defeated both Uafa and Alasan. I would imagine the Withered Hand is in considerable disarray.
Okay, done with that. Sorry, yawn just came out of nowhere. Let's go to this dungeon and free that up. Oh, looks like I do need to unlock this over here, though.
We can use this.
Stuck. I got stuck. We're free, though. Be aware, climb the hill and latch the door. Therein you shall find rare goods galore, whirring and hissing and squeaking about. Could those be rats or gears you have found? Use items with care in this noisy place, lest Wemmer awaken and give you a good chase. I think something has changed in the last update. I saw chat talking about it. With the books especially, because they're not always dinging when you read a book that you haven't seen before. And I don't know why. I don't know why. Cleaned out my inventory, destroyed things, researched things, prepared my armor. Let's get out of here. Hey, little lizard. Okay. We discovered that. Okay, we're going that way. I remember now. Now, are you going to be up there or are you going to be down low? I don't know. Down low. I see the entrance. That's cool. I just realized. Wait. I thought I saw the entrance. Did I not? Oh, I did. It's right over there. That's what I get for running and looking behind me.
Another chance at perfection.
What do you mean? I can't find it. The shipwrights at nearby Tava's Blessing depend upon the mine at Coal Rock for great rock. Are we gonna have withered hands or are we gonna have monsters? Or both? We have a lot of death, that's what we have. So we come out of there. We have withered hand. Doesn't particularly matter, but we're gonna go this way. Oh, we got blood fiends. This is a promissory note. Must have belonged to the merchant lying dead nearby. The note promises that Jorah at Nazdar of Kazanset will pay his debt in full, along with a standard amount of interest for the time the debt went uncollected. I should bring this note to Jorah.
A divergence point!
Somehow did not click. What are vampires doing in here? Where I'm supposed to be going. Oh, I see. Never mind.
More of those foes from the Withered Hand approached me today. They entreat me for assistance despite the number of their emissaries I have feasted upon. The easy prey is nice, but I begin to miss the rush of the hunt. I feel that enough of my power has returned to me, that soon I may stray from this cave in search of an unsuspecting meal.
Treasure over there.
Is there? He usually says, oh, you're right, there is.
A most auspicious find. And tranquility. Onward and upward.
Someone just killed you. It will unlock this chest behind you.
The withered hand sent me here to die. I'm quitting.
Sounds like a good plan, sir. Okay.
Refreshing. Take it in. An opportunity for learning.
They should grovel. The withered hand refuses to cease their pleas. They try my patience. I have no love for those living who think themselves rulers of the regal dead. Their arrogance wears on me. They should be groveling before those that have passed before them, begging to join the glorious life after death. Well, that makes sense that the withered hand are trying so hard to become vamps.
Another sacrifice. Delicious. Let's see if you're strong enough to become one of my pet dogs.
Couldn't fight in that bubble. Okay. And we're gonna go this way. The vampire butcher. Nice. so what do we got now? We got a boss over here. We got... Looks like we're going down this way. Which is cool, because I want to walk past this thing. What are you? You big. You big. Whatever. Wait. Here. Do I want to know?
Someday you'll make something surprising with that.
Well, there's a dungeon right somewhere along here? No. I gotta go back. This way. Like the fork in the road. And we're in a sandstorm. Which would make sense because, you know, the other lands have, like, you know, thunderstorms and whatnot that we periodically get. But here we get a sandstorm. Bone Daddy.
Do they?
Here. Oh, we're in a public dungeon, I guess. Well, then welcome, because I'm pretty sure this is the new episode. I tend to do public dungeons as their own episodes because they tend to be quite long, usually between 40 minutes to an hour. So let's do this. When the Crown Red Guards arrived in Hammerfell, they were determined to reproduce the culture of Yukata as nearly as possible. They founded a city in the Alucard called something. Sorry. Well, apparently you guys don't need to know that lore. I don't need to know that lore. The answer is no. Arbor isn't going to get off with the sorry and a few gold this time. He needs to rein in his skooma problem and pay up what he owes, or I'll take out of his share. You tell him. Skooma is awful, and
Perhaps a tactical approach.
Laura's twitching tentacles. I'm glad that's done.
Move to flank!
In here with blue demon fire.
Attack!
That's a little bit of lag.
Another chance at perfection.
Curiosity, is this hurt? This hurt? Nope. Okay. Oh, apparently there's... Oh, well, I didn't miss the boss. I just didn't fully participate in its murder. I got it hit with some AoE, but, my bad. My bad. Hi.
I already told you, you flea-bitten. Oh, you're not one of my captors. Have you come to help me?
Who are you?
The name's Paldine. A band of Khajiit kidnapped me. They're forcing me to decipher the Yokuden runes on the relics they're looting. Damned grave robbers. Thing is, I think I've discovered something valuable down here. More so than wealth.
Valuable?
I have a feeling that this is more than just another Yokuden ruin. It's massive, and the runes I have seen hint that something vital awaits inside. I need to get into the sealed inner chamber. Would you be willing to help me?
Sure, I'll help you.
Let's get moving. The ruins are just up ahead, and they won't investigate themselves. Just think, I might be the first to see them since the Yokuden. The first scholar, anyway. My captors wouldn't know a Yokuden ruin from an Imperial vault.
Okay, fair enough. This is a really gross room, dude.
Any more? I need some tea.
Yokuden constructions frequently feature descriptive tablets for pilgrims. With any luck, we'll find one still intact.
Oh.
Look at this. Give me a moment. This is extraordinary. If I'm reading this correctly, the Natotembu are buried here. Those were the ancient kings of Yokuda. I think I know what we need to do. Come speak to me when you're ready. This is incredible. I'm surprised the Khajiit didn't ask me to translate this text. It's not encrusted in gold or gems, so they may not have recognized its value.
What does it say?
According to the tablet, the eyes of Yokuda are here in the city. Legend has it that these 3 gemstones open the door to the Yokuden archive. If I'm correct, the archive might hold the fabled cartulary of the tamed dunes.
Where do I find the eyes?
The tablet mentions 3 areas. The gauntlet, the lair, and the ruin. I don't know what those are, but they don't sound very inviting. Watch for monsters and traps. You'll probably find both. When you've got the eyes, meet me by the archive.
Alright, I'll find the eyes of Akuta and bring them to you. I rolled through it. I made him walk through it.
Apocrypha, take you!
Gross. Hey, hi.
Going to need a moment. I'm not a young man.
These beetles are really quite gross. Do you know that? Okay, I gotta take a look at that giant statue. What are you, my dude? Whoa! Look at the night sky. Whoa! Visually, that's flippin' fantastic. Oh, hi, hacker. thing real quick? What do I want to be on? I guess we'll do that. Did I make you mad? I think I made you mad. Oh, they're tough. They're tough. And of course with physical, not magical, so we're extra squishy. The problems of being a glass cannon. Alright. Nice. Look at that. Love it. I like it, like it, like it.
Your face is sealed.
I wonder, I had to take a quick screenshot of that because just visually it made me very happy. Oh, I went too far, but it's alright, we'll back up. Gargoyle man? Search. No monster, just potential death. Okay.
Losing Vita here.
Alright, shake it off. Walk it off, Xander. Nope, I didn't get the block up fast enough.
I am a scholar, damn it!
A letter lies on the ground. It appears to have fallen out of the dead man's hand. Dearest Tavo, please try to return to Sentinel as quickly as you can. The debt collector comes and we come up short. I fear what he might do. A dozen relics should more than cover our debt. Yours forever, Norina. I can find these relics. We're being super kind.
Quality material makes for quality goods.
I'm on fire, Xander. Whoa. I like to catch you on fire really quick. Okay. I'm supposed to avoid that. You're supposed to avoid the traps. Stuck on. Okay. I think I'm gonna go back this way real quick.
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Thank you for making this possible, my friend. Now let's move. This ruin isn't going to study itself.
Okay. Less bosses than most public dungeons.
Just remarkable.
You have done well, but you must still prove yourself worthy to claim the cartulary.
Yeah. Alright.
This place is lost to time, Wanderer. You could never understand its significance.
And who are you?
I am the vestige of a king chosen to serve on the First Council. We came to Volenfell long ago and thought it our duty to tame this wild land.
Why are you here,
Why are you here, Wanderer?
I came to claim the treasure.
What makes you worthy of such a relic? Any common thief could make it this far. Only someone truly worthy may take the cartulary from its resting place.
Well, how can I prove my worth?
The warrior wave of our fleet, the Great Regatta, sailed to this land in ages past. We are a people of strong and noble heritage. To earn our respect, you must succeed at a trial of combat, of kingship, or of bloodlines.
Alright, let's try the combat.
The regatta brought fear to Volenfell's shores. Breton, Orc, Nord, and Elf alike trembled at our battle cries and the prowess of our sword saints. To prove yourself worthy, you must best this challenge.
I'm ready. Oh, look in there. Nobles? Just sitting and chilling?
Jewelry is yours to claim. Farewell, Wanderer. We shall not meet again.
Interesting. Huh.
Magnificent. That couldn't have gone better.
Well, here's the cartulary. What will you do now?
I'm taking this straight to King Faharajad in Sentinel. It will take time to translate all of this, but the results will be worth it. You made this all possible. Thank you, my friend. This is going to change the fate of my people, friend. I'll take this to Sentinel immediately.
What are your plans after returning to Sentinel?
Oh my, I'm not sure I can think that far ahead. So many variables. What will the king's reaction be? What sort of staff will I be given? How many academic summits will I be asked to speak at? So many variables.
What is so important about it?
To be honest, I don't know. But it was guarded by the ghost of an ancient king. Things like that tend to be important.
That is true. That is true. That guy chose to die overlooking that chest. Which is pretty damn cool. Okay. What am I doing? I don't want to leave yet. I still need to back up.
Okay, so I killed these two, right? When I first came in. Got that one. There's this one over here. So I guess I'm turning back around. Go straight forward. I should have turned on a scroll of experience, and I never remember. Slightly annoying.
Your accomplishments just compound one upon the other.
Okay. This way, so apparently there was one over here that I did not fight.
Any more? I need some tea.
What's this about?
We can use this.
Any clues? Any clues?
Reverse that impediment.
So while I technically finished this dungeon, I needed a friend to help me finish it for the puzzle, and at the moment there hadn't been anybody on, so I will come back and finish it. But at this point, I'll leave you guys because I just stood here for an insane amount of time. Thanks for keeping me company, and I'll be back soon with something.